Welcome to the Deep Dive, your shortcut to staying informed and sharp in the fast-paced world of Google Cloud Platform. For you as a learner navigating this incredibly dynamic landscape, the challenge isn't just finding information right. It's making sense of it all without getting, well, bogged down. Our mission today is pretty simple. We're diving deep into the latest Google Cloud announcements to pull out the most crucial insights, helping you grasp what truly matters.
And there's definitely a lot to uncover. Google Cloud is innovating at just a breathtaking speed, especially with AI at the forefront. These aren't just technical updates either. They're practical advancements that offer real value for anyone building or, operating on the platform. We're here to help you understand not just what's new, but maybe more importantly, why it matters for your projects and your cloud journey.
Okay, let's unpack this then. How AI is rapidly evolving from like a futuristic idea into a practical everyday assistant, both for developers building on Google Cloud and for businesses trying to better engage with their customers. We're seeing the power of Google's advanced AI models, Gemini, integrated right into the developer's workflow.
That's exactly right. Let's talk about the Gemini CLI. Now, the CLI, or Command Line Interface, it basically brings the power of Gemini models, Google's big family of large language models, known for advanced reasoning and code generation directly into your terminal. But the real game changer here, I think, is that it lets you write your own extensions. These extensions can wrap up common rules, prompts, and even integrate with other Google Cloud products. It makes AI incredibly accessible and customizable right where developers already work.
Ah, okay. So it's more than just a generic chatbot. It's like a smart assistant that you can actually tailor to your specific development tasks. Can you walk us through maybe a couple of compelling examples of these extensions?
Absolutely. Two standout examples are probably the security.analyze and deploy extensions. The security.analyze extension performs a really comprehensive scan directly within your local code repository, so right on your machine. It's designed to detect a whole range of potential vulnerabilities. Think hard-coded secrets, injection flaws, broken access control issues, insecure data handling, all before your code ever leaves your machine. What this really changes for you is that it helps shift security left, enabling developers to proactively catch vulnerabilities super early. That drastically reduces the cost and, frankly, the complexity of fixing things later on.
Yeah, that makes sense. Catching those issues early must save so much headache down the line.
Precisely. And then you've got the deploy extension. This lets you deploy your application to Cloud Run in just a few minutes. And Cloud Run, just as a reminder, is that serverless platform on Google Cloud. It lets you run containerized applications, basically, your code all packaged up nicely without having to manage any servers yourself.
Yeah.
So from writing code to getting it live, Gemini is streamlining that whole development and deployment process.
That's pretty amazing for speeding up developer workflows. But it's not just developers benefiting, is it? How is AI transforming customer interactions? Especially thinking about the competitive retail space.
Oh, this is a huge area of innovation, mostly because our online search behavior has really changed, hasn't it? We've moved beyond just simple keywords. Now we ask full conversational questions where context is, well, everything. Google Cloud's conversational commerce agent directly addresses this shift. It basically transforms the traditional search bar on a retail website into a sophisticated conversational interface using Gemini's capabilities. This agent can understand complex requests, suggest relevant products, answer specific questions, and it holds on to the context throughout the whole interaction. It guides shoppers really seamlessly from their initial thought all the way to a completed purchase. It kind of replicates that intuitive experience of a human sales assistant, but, online.
Right, so it's about making online shopping feel much more personal and intelligent, less like talking to a database.
Exactly. And we're not talking about theoretical stuff here. Major retailers like Albertsons, they're already adopting this technology. It shows its real-world impact on sales and customer experience. It's a powerful move to boost conversion rates and satisfaction.
Speaking of innovation, I'm always fascinated by the creativity that comes out of events like the Google Cloud Agent Development Kit or ADK Hackathon. What were some of the most compelling applications that came out of that?
Yeah, the Agent Development Kit, ADK, is essentially a framework Google Cloud provides for building these sophisticated sort of autonomous AI agents. The recent hackathon really showcased some practical ingenuity from the developer community. For instance, the grand prize winner, Sales Shortcut, developed an AI-powered sales development representative system, an SDR, basically. This system is designed for automated lead generation, research, proposal creation, even outreach. It clearly shows how AI can streamline and accelerate really complex sales processes, freeing up human teams for, the more strategic tasks.
That's a really powerful use of AI automating the repetitive stuff
Mm,
so humans can focus on the truly creative and relationship parts of sales.
absolutely. And another notable winner was GreenOps. This was an AI team that automates sustainability initiatives by continuously auditing, forecasting, and optimizing cloud infrastructure. This highlights a really crucial application of AI, driving environmental impact by making cloud operations greener and more efficient, tackling real-world challenges.
Okay, here's where it gets really interesting for me. Let's shift focus to the foundational bits of your cloud operations, ensuring peak performance, building in resilience, and keeping everything secure. We can start with enhancing how you run AI models.
Right. When you're running AI models, especially those large, demanding generative AI ones, optimizing performance and cost effectiveness is just, well, paramount. This is exactly what GKE Inference Gateway and GKE Inference Quick Start are designed to do. These solutions are now generally available, or GA. They're built to enhance the performance and efficiency of running your AI models on GKE, which stands for Google Kubernetes Engine. And GKE, as you probably know, is Google Cloud's managed service for running containerized applications using Kubernetes, that open source system for automating deployment, scaling, and managing those containerized apps.
Got it. So it's about making your AI applications faster and more responsive for your users and maybe cheaper to run.
Exactly. What are the key capabilities? Well, think of it like this. Prefix-aware load balancing is like a smart prediction system. It anticipates what your AI model needs next, significantly improving latency, especially for generative AI. Makes those apps feel almost instant. Disaggregated serving optimizes resource use. It uses exactly the right amount of compute power for each bit of the AI model, so you're not overpaying for idle resources. And model streaming with anywhere cache. It's like having your AI model instantly ready the moment you need it. Dramatically cuts down model load times, less waiting around.
That focus on performance is critical, especially with how demanding AI can be. But it also brings us to the crucial area of cloud security. With AI becoming so widespread, how is it reshaping how we approach defending against cyber threats?
Yeah, this is a massive area of transformation. Google Cloud has introduced agentic SOC workshops. These are complimentary half-day events specifically for security professionals. They focus on how agentic AI, that's AI that can act autonomously, make decisions, how it can automate routine tasks, augment human decision-making, and streamline workflows within security operation centers, or SOCs. SOCs are those dedicated teams responsible for monitoring and defending an organization against cyber threats.
Wow. Okay, so AI isn't just a tool for security analysts anymore. It's becoming an active participant in the defense process itself. That sounds incredibly powerful.
It really is. Participants in these workshops, they delve into Google Cloud's vision for an AI-powered security future. They get practical skills through a real-world workshop and even a Capture the Flag challenge, learning how to use AI tools like Gemini to boost their threat detection and response. It's all about empowering security teams with this cutting-edge AI.
That sounds like an incredibly valuable opportunity for security pros to get hands-on. And it looks like these workshops are rolling out soon. Los Angeles and Chicago in September, then New York City and Toronto in October.
Precisely. It's a really good chance to engage with the tech and understand how you can practically apply it.
What's particularly striking to you about how AI is changing the game for security operations?
Well, what's fascinating to me is that AI is moving beyond simply alerting us to threats. It's evolving towards automating the response and maybe even some decision making for those threats. This lets human analysts focus their, invaluable expertise on the most complex, nuanced threats rather than getting bogged down in routine stuff. But it does raise an important point, right? How do we effectively integrate this level of automation with the necessary human oversight to ensure security stays robust and reliable?
Good point. Okay, shifting gears now, let's talk about managing and moving your data efficiently and how Google Cloud is making this more robust and maybe cost-effective for you.
Yeah, data is the absolute lifeblood, isn't it? Ensuring its safety and availability is just paramount. That's why the BigQuery managed disaster recovery solution, now featuring BigQuery soft failover, is such a critical update. BigQuery, of course, is Google Cloud's serverless, highly scalable enterprise data warehouse built for analyzing massive data sets. This soft failover feature ensures that all your data is fully replicated to a secondary region before a failover actually happens.
That sounds like a really important distinction. Why is soft failover such a significant improvement here, especially for critical data?
It's crucial because a typical hard failover might instantly switch you over during an outage, but it carries that risk of data loss if replication wasn't fully complete at that exact moment. Soft failover removes that risk entirely. It guarantees full data integrity, zero data loss, even in a disaster. That's a huge relief for anyone managing vital information.
Definitely peace of mind. Now let's touch on something often challenging. Debugging data processing jobs, particularly using Apache Spark. It can feel like detective work sometimes, right?
Oh, yeah. Anyone who's debugged a complex Spark job knows it means piecing together info from, like, driver logs, executor logs, Spark UI metrics, config files, monitoring dashboards. It's a real puzzle. But the good news here is that Gemini Cloud Assist Investigations now supports Dataproc on Google Compute Engine and Google Cloud Serverless for Apache Spark. So Dataproc is Google's managed service for running Spark and Hadoop workloads, making big data processing easier. And Google Compute Engine gives you those virtual machines, the VMs, as infrastructure as a service.
Okay, so Gemini is stepping in to make debugging Spark jobs much, much easier, like having an expert assistant look over your shoulder.
Exactly. This feature simplifies debugging massively by pulling all those different data sources together. It provides intelligent analysis and even suggests fixes directly from the Cloud Console. It's about giving you clear, actionable insights into why something's slow or failing without all that manual digging. Saves a ton of time and effort.
So what does all this mean for your choice of databases and, maybe even more importantly for many, your overall cloud spend?
Well, it means more choice, better performance, and potentially significant cost savings for you. AlloyDB, which is Google Cloud's fully managed, PostgreSQL-compatible database designed for high performance and availability, it's now available on C4A virtual machines. These C4A instances are powered by Google's custom Axion processors. Those are ARM-based CPUs specifically engineered for demanding data-intensive tasks.
And I heard there's a particular configuration that could really help those looking to optimize costs, especially when just starting out.
Yes, that's right. There's a new 1 vCPU shape available for AlloyDB on these C4A VMs. This could significantly cut costs for entry-level evaluation and adoption. It makes it much more accessible to get started with AlloyDB without a huge initial investment. And if we connect this to the bigger picture, we see companies like Target using AlloyDB for some really advanced applications.
Target, how are they using AlloyDB? What challenges are they tackling, like search?
So Target chose AlloyDB for PostgreSQL, specifically its integrated AI features to power their next-gen hybrid search platform. This system intelligently combines traditional keyword matching with semantic understanding. That's powered by vector embeddings, those numerical representations of text meaning. This lets them deliver much more relevant, personalized product discovery across millions of items. And crucially, it does all this while maintaining millisecond-level latency, even during peak shopping times. That's a fantastic user experience.
That's a great real-world example. Performance and intelligent search really coming together there.
Okay, moving on. Let's tackle networking costs. That can be a real headache, right? Especially in multi-cloud setups.
Oh, absolutely. Network transfer costs are a major concern, particularly as organizations embrace multi-cloud strategies, often encouraged by things like the EU Data Act's principles of interoperability. To directly address this, Google Cloud has introduced a new Data Transfer Essentials service. This is specifically available right now to customers in the European Union and the United Kingdom. Okay, and what exactly does this service offer to help with those costs?
It basically facilitates no-cost data transfers between Google Cloud and other cloud providers. The key thing is it's for multi-cloud workloads within the same organization. So this service directly tackles those potential network transfer costs, making multi-cloud strategies more economically viable. It removes a pretty significant barrier for those customers.
That's huge for budget-conscious organizations operating across different clouds in the EU and UK. And for managing all that potentially complex connectivity, what's available to centralize things?
Well, for organizations juggling diverse network setups, there's the Network Connectivity Center. You can think of it as a centralized hub-and-spoke service. It simplifies connecting and managing all your network resources across your entire organization, making those complex network architectures much more manageable.
Right, simplification is always welcome. Finally, let's talk general infrastructure cost savings. What new options are there to help manage those expenses?
Flexible committed use discounts, or flex CUDs, are already a popular option for managing the cost of compute resources, and they've just expanded significantly. They now cover memory optimized and high performance computing, or HPC VM families. These are those compute engine VMs tailored for specific demanding workloads like large databases or complex scientific simulations. They also now cover serverless solutions like Cloud Run for your containerized apps and Cloud Functions for event-driven serverless code.
Okay, so more of your cloud spend can now qualify for these important discounts across a broader range of services. That's good news.
Precisely. And there's a revised billing model, too. It directly applies the discounted rates rather than using credits, which offers more immediate and automatic savings. It's just a cleaner, more straightforward way for you to realize those cost efficiencies across your Google Cloud infrastructure.
Okay, to wrap things up, let's look at Google Cloud's broader impact, thinking about sustainability and some exciting ways for you to get involved with these new technologies.
Yeah, sustainability is a core focus, and Google's Central Fleet program is really a cornerstone of its data center strategy to enhance this. This program signals a shift away from individual teams getting their own hardware towards a centralized pool of computing resources, processing power, storage, everything.
Right, so it's about making sure hardware is used as efficiently as possible across Google Cloud, really maximizing its lifespan.
Exactly. This approach minimizes waste, it reduces the need for new hardware procurement, and it extends the lifespan of existing machines significantly. And the environmental impact is substantial. In 2024 alone, this program helped avoid procurage with an embodied carbon impact equivalent to roughly 260,000 metric tons of CO2e. To put that in perspective, that's roughly like avoiding 660 million miles driven by an average gasoline car. It's a powerful example of how efficient resource management makes a real difference.
Wow, that's an incredibly impactful statistic.
Yeah.
And for those listening who want to get hands-on and maybe celebrate some cloud milestones, there's a great community opportunity coming up.
There is. Google Kubernetes Engine, GKE, just celebrated its 10th anniversary. Hard to believe, right? So, to mark a decade of GKE, Google Cloud is challenging participants in the GKE Turns 10 Hackathon to integrate cutting-edge agentic AI capabilities into pre-existing microservice applications, things like Bank of Anthos or Online Boutique. The exciting part, I think, is the challenge emphasizes not modifying the core application code directly. Instead, you build new components that interact with its established APIs. It showcases innovative AI integration in a really practical context. It's a fantastic way to experiment with this agentic AI stuff.
What an incredible range of innovation we've covered today. I mean, from AI-powered development tools and smarter customer experiences, all the way to resilient data management, cost-effective infrastructure, and sustainable operations. Google Cloud is really pushing things forward.
Yeah, and these seemingly distinct updates, when you look at them together, they really empower you, the user, right, to build more intelligent, secure, efficient, and sustainable solutions on Google Cloud Platform. They are all fundamentally about reducing complexity, amplifying your impact, and helping you get even more value from your cloud investments.
So as AI continues to weave itself into basically every layer of the cloud, becoming this more sophisticated partner in everything from coding to security, here's a final thought for you. How will you leverage these new capabilities to not just optimize your current operations, but maybe fundamentally rethink what's truly possible for your projects and your organization? We definitely encourage you to explore these fascinating nuggets further. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive.